To be honest, our team just had a little bit of fun. There's a certain other company that has an S line, and S plus 1 equals T. And hey, we're OnePlus, right? So without further ado, this is the OnePlus 5T.
Open your eyes. The things you see today are tomorrow's ancient history. If you're not part of the evolution when the view changes, you'll fall behind. Technology is always in motion. It is in our nature to see it, capture it, share it. The innovations of tomorrow are being possible today. Open your eyes. Can you see it? Let us capture it together.
So what do you think? Isn't it beautiful? The screen is amazing, and I know we're a little bit late to the game. We're not the first brand to have come out with an immersive screen, but most of you here should be aware of some of the recent controversies surrounding smartphone displays. We all know how hard it is to get the screen right. We wanted to wait until we could get the quality screen that matches our expectations and yours. And now, I'd like to invite Simon, our product manager, to talk about what's new with the OnePlus 5T.
Thank you, Kar. Hi, everyone. My name is Simon, and as one of product managers at OnePlus, I was involved in development of OnePlus 5T. And the thing that gets me excited the most is our new display. When we decided to release OnePlus 5T, it didn't sound like such a big deal, but when you actually go hands-on with it, it's incomparable to anything else I had used before. It's hard to describe just how much more immersive and natural the feeling is once you switch from 16:9 ratio to 18:9 ratio display. The closest comparison I can think of is switching from a tube TV to a wide, flat screen. That moment deeply changed the way we look at our television, and it's the same with our new full optic AMOLED display. It's impossible for me to switch back to a smaller one. When we launched the OnePlus One, many of our users were a little bit concerned whether the 5.5 inches display is not too big to handle. And now we are releasing a phone with 6 inches display, and probably many of you have the same concern. But the OnePlus 5T screen is 12.5% larger than the one you can find on OnePlus 5, but the form factor of the device remains the same, so it's no larger than OnePlus 5. When you're using OnePlus 5, though, numbers don't really matter, because what you will notice most is how much more immersive the display is. It truly feels like you are a part of next technological leap forward. Since adopting AMOLED display 3 years ago, our display has been gotten better and better, and we are confident that with OnePlus 5T, we are bringing the best OnePlus display yet. Have you guys ever struggled to use phone under the harsh light? I hope so, because now we have a solution for this problem. Our new full optic AMOLED display features new sunlight display that adapts automatically to ambient light and create an optimal viewing experience depending on what you're doing. So when you're gaming, contrast is increased to help you focus. And similar adjustments are done when you are browsing gallery or taking a photo. Sunlight display adjusts the screen to best fit your experience, as well as keep your screen clear in harsh light. While many of our users enjoy our default screen calibration, we know that it's very important to be able to give users an opportunity to adjust. So our sRGB and DCI-P3 display calibration both have been carefully optimized to display a specific color space. Our work with OnePlus 5T took us in several directions. We were confident that we can deliver an immersive display, but exactly how the display would affect other key components was a learning process. And finally, we decided to move fingerprint scanner on the back of the device. It made sense because the display looks and feel way more immersive when there is no obstructions on the front. But since the OnePlus 2, we've always had fingerprint scanner on the front, as this is very natural place for thumb, especially when the phone is face up on a table. So actually having to move it to the back sucked but sometimes you have no choice but to compromise. Except we didn't, because we always had double tap to wake. I'm sure you guys are not sure what I'm talking about, but let me show you. And the phone is unlocked. And I suppose you have not seen what just happened. Focus on this little smiley. This is our new feature, which we call Face Unlock. With the Face Unlock, you can unlock your phone in just 0.4 seconds. Let's look at it one more time. It is basically instant, and it's one of the fastest facial recognition features on any smartphone. It is also incredibly reliable. By memorizing over 100 facial identifiers, Face Unlock can detect your face when you're wearing a scarf or making a funny face. I'm quite good at making funny faces, so I would like to show you guys. It's unlock as well. As long as Face Unlock can detect your eyes and nose, it's 99% success rate. However, safety is our primary concern, and we refuse to take any risk. So you can use your Face Unlock to unlock your device, but it won't work with apps that require sensitive information like payment apps. For those, you can rely on our speedy fingerprint scanner. Next, let's talk about design. A seamless all-metal chassis ensures that the OnePlus 5T is both functionally and visually slim, comfortable to hold, and extremely durable. It's pretty common, though, for a smartphone these days to look like an uninspired brick. So we did two things to avoid that. First, we arced the design of the OnePlus 5T, making the phone more ergonomic and flexible. Second, we brought back the horizon line, a continuous hard edge that emphasizes strength and agility by dividing the phone body into two halves. One cast in light, the other one in shadow, for a truly stunning effect. Next up, we have an alert slider. It's easy to access and adjust. You don't even need to pick your phone out of your pocket. You can quickly set your phone to 3 notification profiles. Ring to receive all, do not disturb to receive priority calls, and silent when you really need to focus. And of course, there's something else we need to talk about. Yeah. By your reaction, I can understand that many of you guys still use headphones with 3.5mm jack, right? Yeah. And that goes for most members of our community. Choice of headphone model is incredible, and there's a pair of headphones for every pair of ears. But the one thing that they have in common is the 3.5mm plug. And the number of USB Type-C accessories is still too limited to be considered a decent alternative. And that's why, of course, headphone jack will continue to feature on our devices until that happens. The OnePlus 5T, with its incredible immersive screen, is absolutely stunning. But just watching me use it on a big stage does not do the trick, so we recommend you guys to take your hands on the device soon and try it yourself. Another area I'd like to focus on is the camera. We are very proud to have one of the best dual camera setups on any smartphone. Based on what we have learned about our users and the way they use their camera, we have decided to improve two key aspects of the OnePlus 5T's dual camera. The first one is low light performance, and the second is portrait photography. In terms of hardware, the OnePlus 5T uses the same main camera as we all loved on OnePlus 5, but the second sensor is improved and now features the focal of 1.7, allowing the camera to capture more light and shoot clearer photos in low light conditions. But that's not all we've done to make sure your low light photos looks better than ever. You probably already know that a sensor can only capture a specific amount of pixels of any given size, and the size of these pixels influence how the low light photography looks like. And to improve the low light performance, we have integrated what we called intelligent pixel technology in the OnePlus 5T's secondary lens. When ambient light drops to about 10 lux, the OnePlus 5T switches to a secondary rear lens, which combines 4 pixels into one to capture more light and improve the clarity of the photos. Here are some low light photos shot on the OnePlus 5T. If you'd like to check them out, just visit OnePlus/snaps. But what about the portrait mode? On the OnePlus 5, it was one of the best received features we released. So, of course, we are bringing back to the OnePlus 5T, and it's better than ever. Both lenses on the OnePlus 5T's dual camera have the same focal length, and it allows you to capture more details in a background when shooting portraits. But that's not all. We've made a serious improvements to the software of the camera to improve the clarity of your photos. In most dual camera, portraits are cropped to compensate the difference in focal length between the primary and the secondary lens. And as a result, fewer details is captured and photos appear closer than if you make them in just like a regular camera mode. And as well as it's way harder to capture a perfect frame. But because the two sensors on the OnePlus 5T are identical, have identical aperture, no cropping is required. And let's take a look at the difference. It's quite significant. Shooting a portrait takes no more than a few milliseconds, so you'll never notice the custom algorithm that improves your portraits in a background to make sure it all looks good. It's a lot of work to create a beautiful portrait, but the OnePlus 5T manages the entire process in less time than it takes you to blink. Let's see how the OnePlus 5T performs in practice. Our friend, Kevin Abosch, who is known around the world for his portraits. You may know him for the portraits of the potato that he sold for over $1 million. He took to the streets of the New York City with the OnePlus 5T to put our dual camera to the test. Take a look. If you want to check out these and other portraits shown on OnePlus 5T, don't forget to visit OnePlus/snaps. Stability is key to record smooth videos, so we knew we got to get EIS right on OnePlus 5. We made you guys wait a little, but we had to make sure our EIS feature is one of the best in the industry. A lot of you share very specific feedback on how to improve our stability feature, which we use to push EIS 4K out in the best possible shape. majorly improving the stability of our high-resolution shots on the OnePlus 5P. As one of our biggest critics, Android Police is always very quick and to point out our flaws. So when they describe our EIS 4K feature as a stunning, regardless of lighting or content, we knew we got it right. With an improved portrait mode, great low-light performance, and reliable stabilization technology, OnePlus 5T dual camera is easily our best camera released yet. Let's talk a little bit about the secret ingredient that brings it all together, performance. Whether it is a millisecond of a lag or an unintuitive feature, a lot of different factors play a key role in keeping your device smooth and speedy. When your phone starts to lag just 4 months after you have started using it, it's definitely not the experience you want from your purchase. Of course, we do everything to make your phone perform top-notch right out of the box. But to us, it's even more important that your phone performance will be great a year later. Let's take a moment to cover 4 aspects that we focus on to improve OnePlus 5T's fast performance. Its processing power, memory, uploading, and charging. OnePlus 5T features one of the best and most powerful hardware found on any smartphone. We believe this is the best specs list of 2017. Take a look. The way our software and hardware work together is what makes the OnePlus 5T such a smooth and fast device. Performance speed is easy to quantify, but difficult to qualify. You may think it's only a 0.3-second increase in speed. Why would it matter? We could show you 100 charts showcasing the speed of our phone in different conditions, but you will never be able to understand what it all means unless you try OnePlus 5T for yourself. Once you get used to speed and smoothness on the 5T, it's hard to go back to anything else. Ask anyone who experienced our phone and they will tell you the same thing. The industry-leading Qualcomm Snapdragon 835 processor is still the fastest Android processor available today. Enhanced by Oxygen OS optimized software, it loads up demanding apps and games faster than any other Android phone, as well as run them all extremely smoothly. The OnePlus 5T also features an unmatched 8 GB of LPDDR4X memory, more than anyone else in industry. Switching between apps has been faster than ever, and it's very easy. It allows you to open all of your favorite games and social media apps at the same time and switch between them completely lag-free. Great when you want to both beat your friend in-game and rub his face in his defeat on Facebook. We've also devoted a lot of time and effort to optimize launching speeds. This isn't just because of the power of hardware, but it's also thanks to our improvements made to Oxygen OS. As a result, no other smartphone loads up apps and games faster than the OnePlus 5T. What's just as important is that the OnePlus 5T will automatically learn how to improve your experience over time. It's all thanks to our software feature called App Priority, which improves the launch speeds of your favorite apps while keep apps you rarely use from taking up too much memory. Last but never least, there's Dash Charge. Our custom fast charging solution makes sure you never have to wait long for your phone to recharge. A day's power in half an hour is back, and it remains one of the thank you. And it remains one of the fastest way to charge your phone when the screen is off. It's also absolutely the fastest way to charge your phone when the screen is on, so you never have to stop using your phone. Dash Charge has been OnePlus staple since we released OnePlus 3, and it's still a fun favorite feature. With the OnePlus 5T, we are once again aiming to deliver a definitive flagship experience. Let's recap what we have done to make OnePlus 5T our best device yet. So first off, you've got your new 18:9 full optic AMOLED display. It delivers the most immersive experience ever on a OnePlus smartphone without compromising on size or weight. Next up is our improved 16 plus 20 megapixel dual camera to help you shoot clearer portraits and low light shots. OxygenOS is receiving a whole bunch of exciting features like parallel apps and face unlock. And finally, we enhance performance through a combination of best hardware available and carefully optimized software. We are incredibly proud of what we have accomplished with OnePlus 5T, allowing us to offer the finest smartphone innovation right here and now. We hope you're excited to experience our latest flagship for yourself. Let me bring back Carl on stage to wrap things up. Thank you.
Thank you, Simon. So that's the OnePlus 5T. Are you all excited? Let's talk about the one thing you all want to know, the price. How much is the OnePlus 5T going to cost? The prices of smartphones, especially flagships, have been steadily increasing over the years. Technology has improved, but the cost of components have also gone up. It's a situation that affects everyone. Phones today cost more than ever, some even more than $1,000. And the way most people buy their phones is a little bit counterintuitive, so we decided to change it. Buying a phone often involves a lot of middlemen, each taking a cut of the final price. We decided to change this by selling our devices directly to consumers online and working with partners who share our vision of putting the consumer first. This has allowed us to provide fairer prices from the very beginning. Over the last couple of weeks, we've seen a lot of leaks, speculations, and rumors regarding the OnePlus 5T. Price has, of course, come up, and here's just a handful of them. But enough with the rumors. The OnePlus 5T starts at $499 US. And here's the pricing for other currencies and capacities. We're pretty happy with this and hope you are too. Looking at what's out there, we think that the OnePlus 3T is a really competitive product going into the holidays. Sales of the OnePlus 5T starts November 21st in North America, Europe, and India. And we're celebrating the launch of the OnePlus 5T with a number of special accessory offers and bundles. Some are only valid on launch day, so check them out on oneplus.net on November 21st. Ever since the start, we've been close to the open source community. And through this event, we also wanted to give something back. Do you guys remember the tickets you paid for this event? You guys paid for them, so therefore you deserve to know where the money is going. So the proceeds of the tickets sold for this event will be donated to F-Droid. F-Droid, thank you. F-Droid is an app catalog consisting entirely of open source apps. It's a nonprofit project that helps open source developers share their creations with the world. We're making this donation to support Android developers in learning from each other and also to give back to the community. A month from now, we're 4 years old, so some of you might be wondering, how is OnePlus doing? So I can share a couple of data points. Data from last month showed that we were 32% of India's premium smartphone market, after only Apple. And on Amazon India, the OnePlus 5 became the best-selling smartphone within the first quarter of a launch. In Finland, we're working with the largest carrier there, called Elisa, and OnePlus has been the #1 selling device 14 out of the last 15 months. The only 1 month where we were not #1 was when the iPhone 7 launched. And globally, the OnePlus 5 has been the best-selling, fastest-selling OnePlus device ever. So it looks like things are going okay for OnePlus. And I know a lot of you also feel like OnePlus is your company because you've been with us from the very beginning. So when you share feedback, we know that you genuinely want to see us improve. So for all the support that you've shown us, and even the criticism you've given us, we're incredibly grateful. We're pretty confident that we're going to keep growing, and one day in the future, you will hopefully see OnePlus devices all around you, maybe even used by people who have no idea about technology or who doesn't really care. But when that happens, I'd like you all to remember one thing. Our intentions have never changed. We make our products for you, our community. So for those of you who are here today, we look forward to showing you the OnePlus 5T at our Experience Zone opening up right now over there. And all of you joining us online, keep an eye on your favorite tech sites for their hands-on reports as well. We're pretty excited to check them out ourselves too. Once again, thanks for being part of the OnePlus 5T launch. We hope that you're as excited about the OnePlus 5T as we are. Thank you.